Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stand before you on an important topic, that is Plato's view on communism. Plato's view on communism is observed in core paper number 11 of 5th semester, and the name of the paper is Western Political Philosophy. And in this video, we'll discuss two aspects of Plato's view on communism. First one is Plato's view on communism. Number two is criticisms. So, two aspects of Plato's view on communism have been focused. First of all, the first aspect is Plato's view on communism. Second aspect is its criticisms. I request my viewers to watch this video attentively and make best use of this video. And I want to inform my viewers that in my channel, courses of plus 2 first year to plus 2 second year and plus 3 first semester to 5th semester including environmental studies are available. This channel is yours, and in this channel I am trying to include only qualitative notes. I request my viewers that this channel is your channel where you will get many important topics for many classes. So I request my viewers, if you have not subscribed, subscribe so that you will be benefited, and make your friends of above classes to subscribe my channel so that at least some students will be benefited, and a little bit help to anybody is a great service for the society. Let us start. What is Plato's view on communism? About Plato, it is said, whatever the role played by sophists in the development of ancient political thought, or whatever impetus given by them, by sophists, for the dissemination of political ideas, no one can be described as the systematic political thinker. And this title applies to only Plato. It means Plato is a systematic political thinker. And the title systematic political thinker can only be applied for Plato. That is why it is said, whatever the role played by the sophists in the development of ancient political thought, and whatever impetus given by them for popular discussion and dissemination of political ideas, no one of them can be described as a systematic political thinker. This title applies only for Plato. It means Plato is a systematic political thinker. And Plato discussed a lot of things in his book, The Republic. Among these, his idea on communism is a key principle, is a main principle. That is why it is written, his views on communism is a key principle, key view among his other views. So, what is Plato's view on communism? Plato's communism is confined with only two concepts. Plato gives his idea on communism on two concepts. Number one, communism for rulers, and number two, communism for wives or women. So Plato's communism is confined only with two concepts. One is Plato's one is communism for rulers, and number two, communism for wives or women. So what is the view of Plato on communism of rulers? Plato applies his communist view on rulers of the state. He points out that ruler will not be allowed to possess property of any kind. They should not possess gold, silver, or any other matter relating to money. If they will be allowed to possess above things, then ruler will be selected not on the basis of what they have, but on the basis of what they possess. It means Plato applies his communistic idea for rulers. He views that rulers will not be allowed to possess property, because he views that political power and economic power should not be in one place. If political power and economic power will be in one place, there will be no end of miseries in the state. So, political power and economic power should be in different places. So, those who will be the ruler of the state, they will not be allowed to possess property. They will not be allowed to possess gold, silver, or any other matter relating to money. They will be provided only what is necessary for them. They should not be allowed to possess property. If ruler will be allowed to possess property, then ruler will be selected on the basis of what they have. If ruler will be allowed to possess property, they will not be selected on the basis of what they have, but they will be selected on the basis of what they possess. So, political power and economic power should not be in one place. And he views that so rulers will not be allowed to have matter relating to money. So rulers will not be allowed to possess gold, silver, or any other matter relating to money. They should not be allowed to remain with common people. They will not be allowed to remain with common people, drink with them, take food with them. They will not be allowed to remain with common people, to take food with them, and to drink with them. He views that rulers should be different, should lead a secluded life. Rulers should not live with the common people. They should remain in the back. So he said that if economic power and political power should not be in one hand, so he views that economic power and political power should not be in one hand. If it will be, then there will be no end of misery in the society. So rulers should not be allowed to possess money, and they should remain in barrack and keep themselves away from common people. This is the Plato's view of communism for rulers. So Plato applies his communist idea for rulers. He views that economic power and political power should not be in one place. If economic power and political power will be in one place, then there will be no end of misery in the state. So those who will become ruler, they will not be allowed to possess property. They will not be allowed to handle gold, silver, or any other thing. They should remain in barrack. They should not live with common people, drink with them, and take food with them. They should remain in the barrack. So this is Plato's view of communism for rulers. But there are some criticisms of Plato's view on communism for rulers. There are some criticisms of Plato's communism for rulers. The first criticism is that some critics view that by not allowing rulers to possess property, it will be an injustice to them. According to some critics, if rulers will not be allowed to possess property and others will be allowed to possess property, it will be an injustice for the rulers. Because Plato views that rulers will not be allowed to possess property, but other people will be allowed to possess property. But according to critics, if ruler will not be allowed to possess property, but other people will be allowed to possess property, it will be an injustice for the rulers. Second criticism is that some critics view that by keeping rulers away from common people, Plato made a division in the society which strikes social unity. Plato views that ruler should not mix with the common people. They should remain in barrack. This idea of Plato will create a division in the society told by critics. So we have discussed Plato's communism for rulers and its criticisms. Now we'll discuss communism for wives of women. Plato applies his idea of communism for women and wives. So what idea of Plato's communism for wives or women? Plato was not satisfied with the position of women during his time in Greece. Plato was not satisfied with the position of women during his time. So what were the positions of women during his time? Number one, women were confined within the family without participating in public life as men. At the time, women were confined only within their family. They were not participating in the public life. This was the position of women in the Greece during the day of Plato, for which he was not satisfied. The second one is that they were only confined with bearing and rearing of children without giving importance to their mental development. First of all, women were confined within the family. They were not taking part in the public life. First of all, women were confined only within the family without participating in public life like men. Number two, they were only confined with bearing and rearing of children without looking their mental development. They were only confined with bearing and rearing of children. They were not interested for their mental development. Number three, they were considered as not equal with men. At the time, women were considered as inferior in comparison to men. They had not equal status with men. Number four, they are confined within the family. Women's confinement within the family deprive the state from the service of 50% of its population. Because in every state, if male will be 50%, women will be 50%. So if women will be confined only within the family, it means state will be deprived from the service of 50% of its population. So at the time, women were only confined within the family. So the state was not getting the service of 50% of its population. Then their unplanned marriage deprived state from better offsprings. At the time, women were not marrying on planned basis. There was not planning in the field of marriage. The planning system was haphazard. Any person can marry with any woman. It was not on the basis of planning. By this, the state was deprived from the better offsprings. So, realizing these problems relating to women, Plato applies his communism for women. So, what he told about women or wives? Number one, he believed in the science of eugenics, which says that better offsprings can be obtained by better partners. So, men of the age between 25 to 55 and women of the age between 25 to and 20 to 40, men with the age of 25 to 55 and female with the age of 20 to 40 will be given temporary marriage for 1 year for getting better offsprings. So, first communistic idea of Plato for women was that he told that just as on the principle of eugenics, better offsprings will come if there will be better partners. In the similar manner, in the state, partners will be selected by the state. It means males of the age 25 to 55 and females of the age 20 to 40 will be given marriage by the state. And the marriage will be given for 1 year. So, just partners will be prepared by the state and they will be given marriage. By this, better offsprings will come, because the science of eugenics explains that better offsprings will come if there will be better partners. So, better partners will be selected by the state and the marriage will be given for 1 year. By this, better offsprings will come. Number 2, after birth of the child, it would be nursed by the state. After the birth of the child will be taken away from the parents and the child will be nursed by the state. Number 3, again, all children will be nursed in common barrack so that they will feel themselves as brother and sister. So after the birth of the child will be taken by the state and it will be nursed by the state in the common barrack. By this, neither parents will know who are the children, nor children will know who are their parents. So, children will remain in a common barrack. By this, they will know that they are all brothers and sisters. This is another idea of communism for women. Number 3, marriage will be in specific seasons. Marriage will not be given in all through the years. Marriages will be given in specific seasons. Number 4, disfigured children will be killed to avoid state's burden. If disfigured, handicapped children will come up, they will be killed, because if they will remain, it will be burden for the state. So, it was the Plato's view of communism for wives or women. But there were some criticisms against this Plato's view on communism for wives. The first criticism is that critics view that by involving women in politics, in public life, family life will be neglected. According to critics, if women will be involved in the public life, then automatically family life will be neglected. This is the first criticism. The second criticism is that critics view that by involving women in public life, the original womanhood will be lost. If women will be involved continuously in public life, their original womanhood, for which women are known for their soft view, their lovable approach, this will be lost. Number 3, by believing in the science of eugenics, Plato treated human beings as animals. By believing in the principle of eugenics, Plato treated human beings as animals. He treated human beings at par with animals. Finally, children in the common barrack, according to critics, children in the common barrack will not be better nursed, because Plato views that after the birth of the children, they will be kept in a common barrack. They will be nursed by state. But according to critics, if children will be in the common barrack, better care cannot be given. So, in this video we have discussed what is Plato's view on communism for rulers and Plato's view of communism for whites or women. And we have also discussed criticisms of both of his concepts. I request my viewers to watch this video attentively and make best use of this video. And I am waiting for your comment. Thank you. Have a good day.